Hey, welcome to this video of Shores of Hazeron. It has been quite some time and I wanted to show you something new, something fresh, something looking very alike something. Here you see the passenger area and we're actually gonna show it to you. And in the end we will fly it around a bit and yeah. So basically this is the ship, you might recognize it a bit, we'll get some distance from it soon. At least I'll show the hull entirely. This has been our most recent creation. It's actually, originally it was a design nicked from another race. We had some espionage going on and we nicked this design. But the original design of that race was actually quite crap. So we decided, why not the hell and actually give it a proper test ride. So you see here a crewed version of the ship and we're gonna take an uncrewed one with a fighter. And well, a fighter is actually gonna take off in a moment, so well, we're gonna take it off, but it's really difficult to fly these things out of this hangar because the hangar is so narrow. I could improve this next time, but there was not enough space for it. Well, let's power this thing on and we should be getting to fly soon. We are hovering now and we need to watch out for the wingy parts because otherwise you bounce back. Yep, there we go. So we actually need to move it a bit to the middle. It just fits through, barely. But you must be careful. Ah, we're out. You see the ship behind us, the Vor'cha from the Klingon Empire. We actually nicked the design through espionage, which is a feat not often happening in Shores of Hazeron. And actually, if you nick such a design, you cannot edit it. But we redrew the entire design and actually made... well, we kept some part of the layout like the engines, but for the rest we just kept it. And here's a space station of ours, it's quite heavily shielded, big gun on it, so lovely to defend. Yes, and we're gonna move to another Vor'cha, which is which has finished production. We'll build an entire fleet of them and several colonies in the system, all simultaneously producing these things. So in just a short moment's time we have about quite some of these flying around. So for now, well, we actually are trying to get into it. Well, it's hard to see the hangar bay actually, so I'm just gonna skip this part till we're inside because that took me quite some effort. So we're inside now actually, the fighter's being parked and yeah, it's going fine now, so we are actually trying to park it, well, it seems we are basically parked it quite well, I think. Closing the door is important, because otherwise you lose all air on the ship, making life support quite hard. Yeah. So let's see about it. Yes, it should be. Oh, we're a bit too distant from it. It's hard to move actually right because of the airlessness and the low gravity. Well, there's air, but we just have no gravity, so it's quite hard to close it. So it's closed now. Just need to get into the bridge now, which is quieting, and we're gonna fly it down now. So let's pick another tune and head for the surface. So actually we have it here. This is the design which is actually having inherent security. Well, this is not the really good version of it because while the ship is flying it's quite hard to board it actually. But if we really get it well going, well, I'm actually using a texture pack here, so blame on me if I cannot find a door because I'm still getting used to this texture pack. So we need to find a ladder. So it must be somewhere on the left, but let's walk a circle and we can see it in the sun then, I think. Yep, there it is. So we're actually gonna get inside the bridge, which is quite nicely made. It's basically kinda like the Klingon version, but slightly improved. So I always put a helm right at the front of the bridge because I deem that as the most important position in the entire ship and needs the best overview. So we're now in the hell. We're actually gonna get some stuff started. We're not gonna crew it because I want to fly it to the surface myself to show you how easy this thing is to fly and how easy to handle. So well, let's do it. So we're gonna flip on the engines now and we're heading to the surface. There's a city right below. It's Karak. Well, You will obviously notice some things in this video, but it's actually, yeah, you might get the idea what our empire will soon produce, seeing planet names, ship names, stuff like that. And actually, we're gonna land here at the capital city of the system. It's quite well defended due to all these spacecrafts being active and all ready for combat. So, well, a big fleet of the major empires will still easily crush us. That's no problem. Actually, yeah, it's my usual way of flying towards the planet, mostly gliding towards the surface, hardly braking. Well, I'm only braking in vertical this way, letting the ship slide down on its own force, and the resistance of the air breaking it, so we actually have a nice easy descent. Well, here's gonna get difficult because we're getting close to the surface, so and see the cloud cover, it's really hard to see, but well, the altimeter is always useful. And there's the city, almost right on spot, because this spaceport. It's quite big actually, not the biggest we've built so far, but does quite a job. So we're actually landing it and touching it down. Should be done so easily soon. I'm just fiddling around with the controls here to put it finally down. Glide it some more and it should be in position. So there we go. That's quite hard with this big ship because the space was a little too small for it, but we have a nice touchdown. And I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you next time. And we might have some more surprises for you then. So feel free to rate, comment and spread this video along. And well, if you have interest in this ship, well, you're always free to join our empire if you abide by our rules. But for the rest, let's see. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, so talk to you next. By the way, the music is from Distant Worlds.